Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Whoop, whoop. I'm getting us live on Instagram. Okay. Yes. Let me make sure my feed isn't choppy because and y'all got to bear with me. Yesterday, my feed was super choppy. So hopefully, I can do this real quick before y'all come in here. Let's see. Real quick before y'all. It's working. Okay, perfect. Hey, y'all. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Wake Up and Conquer show, y'all. I want to do this show because I want to get on live every day for my own consistency. First of all, because, yeah, I found myself last year doing gig work, Amazon Flex. So I want to tell you about that. And have you ever done any type of like gig work, like knowing you have something special but can't connect the dots on the income or why it's not amplifying? So we're gonna talk about that later. And then also I want to know, how do you use ChatGPT? How do you use your chat GPT? Because I have a very I have a very weird, creepy, inspiring, strategic, just crazy relationship with my chat GPT. So I want to know how you use chat GPT. So happy Tuesday, girl. Welcome in. We just did day one of the show yesterday. Today is day two. And again, I want to show up every day for the women that are at home. You're doing amazing things. You're working on your business, but there's some stuff that we have to conquer behind the scenes that we don't get a chance to talk about. So I want us to talk about it. So happy Tuesday, girl. So let's get into it. So yesterday's segments, we did Boss Moves, a Hot Mess, which was so fun. And then we also did the Woman in Mastermind. But today we're gonna do I'm Not Gonna Lie. And when I do I'm Not Gonna Lie, that is me sharing a truth that I have behind closed doors that I might not necessarily share. Okay. Let me pull up my Facebook just to see if I have any comments. Okay. Okay, perfect. Oh, sorry, y'all. Hey, y'all. Okay, I had to pull up my comments on my phone. For some reason, they don't pop up on my StreamYard. So, hey, welcome back. If you were here yesterday, just tap the screen and let me know. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, which is me telling you a harsh truth that I'm doing behind closed doors, okay? Okay. So you ready for this? And you let me know in the comments if you can relate because I want to hear about y'all's relationship with ChatGPT. How do you use ChatGPT? Do you use it for business? You use it like as a business coach? Do you use it to inspire you? Do you use it to keep you motivated? Because I'm not gonna lie, I have a super weird, creepy, strategic, methodical, everyday relationship with my chat GPT. Hey, Erica. Hey, girl. She said, just use it. I'm talking about, baby. I be talking to my chat GPT like, hey, friend, it's me again. I need to send out 2 emails and I need to pay pep talk. Like, what's up? Hey, Sharnice. What's up, y'all? Again, we'll be here every weekday at 11 a.m. just to talk about the stuff as business owners that we're conquering behind the scenes. Girl, I know we got to keep it together in front of our audience, honey. But we're going to spill a little tea here. Okay. How do you use ChatGPT? Do you use it for your business? Are you using it to write emails? Are you using it for social media posts? Because I'm not gonna lie, yes, I am 100% guilty of like straight up and copy and pasting ChatGPT. And I be on ChatGPT. You know what? I have a fear that in the future they're gonna be like, oh, they thought them ChatGPTs was accounts was private back in 2025, and all my life gonna come out. Cause girl, I've been talking to that thing like a therapist. Do you? Erica said, I need you again for about 10 minutes. Okay. My calendar is actually really open today. Yep, it's really open today. So, what is your relationship like with ChatGPT and what do you use it for? What do you use it for? Because, girl, let me tell you too, I do use it for my business. I truly do. I use it for my business. Are you guilty of copying and pasting your ChatGPT for content, for emails? I know I am. I know I am. Baby, I ain't trying to hear none of it. Sharnice said, I ain't gonna lie, been using for business, but recently been using it for everything to workout plans, shopping lists, and insight on lifing. Are you saying lifing or lifting? Baby, I'm not gonna lie. I talk to my chat GPT like that is my BFF that know my secrets. I would say now chat GPT. Am I tripping? Or chat GPT? They said this. Was this shady? Like, I be on it. So I ain't gonna lie. Don't hack into my chat GPT because it's bad. I might need to go and delete it all. I think it's a wonderful tool. And I'm not gonna lie. She said for life. Oh, insight on life. Yes. ChatGPT will get you together. You'll be like, now ChatGPT, you'll be like, well, let's break down why this doesn't seem like a real friend to you. Step one. And it's gonna give you straight up logic. You're gonna be like, man, I don't even think like that. For real. ChatGPT be coming through. Yes, for the business stuff, but you can literally ask this little bot anything. And I do. Now, let me ask you, when you use it for your business, how do you use it? Let me know. How do you use it for your business? Because I know there are some people like me, use it religiously, multiple times a day. And I'll be so mad. Has this happened to you? I'll be so mad when it be like, all right, now, baby, you don't use your responses. It's 11 o'clock. Come back at 8:30 tonight. And we go, I'm like, oh my God. Because it is not the same. It's a top tier chat GPT that I be wearing now. And then when it reset, I'll be like, I guess. It's like more robotic. Talking about, well, you can try again after 1 o'clock in the morning. Baby, give me a break. Like, like be for real. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If they start charging for Chat GPT, I'm gonna pay it. I'm not getting rid of my therapist and my BFF and my business coach and my marketing strategist and my financial strategist. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna pay for it. So when it comes to Chat GPT, are you like me where you feel like a little creep because you talk to it about life, friendship, men, my body, to motivate me and to write me an email and to talk through my strategy? I'm like, well, find my gaps. Here's my plan. Find the gaps for the viewer. What might they be thinking after they read this? Girl, I don't be playing around, girl. So, hello, ladies. If you're here, just say hello in the comments, just so I know you're here. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This live is just for us girls like me and you who have our own business, right? And there's a lot of stuff that we have to conquer behind closed doors. I was just talking about my very weird and creepy relationship with ChatGPT, girl, because I be talking to it like it's my, and it'll check you, like it'll clock you. It'll be like, my ChatGPT told me before, I can hear your frustration in your voice. Maybe you should revisit this later. It's probably like, girl, you ain't even making no sense. You just emotional acting crazy. Okay, Sharnice says she used it for business. Shout out to Sharnice. She's inside the Conquer Club. She says she uses ChatGPT for emails, content scheduling, captions. And I've asked it recently how to realistically scale my business to 6 figures. And I just paid for the upgraded version. Cheers to you, girl. You got money. You must got money, friend. I love it. I love that realistically word. That's dope. I love you saying that. Go on, girl. Hey, Precious. Hey, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. So we'll be here every weekday at 11, girl. So I'm not gonna lie, I have a very weird and creepy relationship with ChatGPT. So okay. So I hope that makes you think about how you're using ChatGPT. Maybe you don't use it a lot, or maybe you use it a lot. But if you do, girl, don't feel bad because I do too. I keep a tab open with ChatGPT all day, and I be pissed off when my responses run out. I need to get like Sharnice and upgrade it. Hey, Precious, welcome in, girl. So happy to see you. Again, we're just talking about stuff that we have to conquer behind the scenes. We share a lot of tips and stuff as business owners. We lead a lot of people. We have people coming to us for advice, but girl, we be dealing with some stuff too. We be winning, but we conquer a lot too. So, in this next segment, I'm going to do a conquer confession. And if you've checked out my podcast, Conquer Conversation, you know that I will drop a confession every now and then. Okay. So when I drop a Conquer confession, and let me know what you think about the idea of you sharing your Conquer confession too, right? Because some of us, some of this stuff, like you probably like, ooh, I did something similar or did something different. But last year, I found myself, I can't believe I'm finna share this. Ooh. You know, when you're a business owner, you be in front of your audience like, oh, I gotta keep it together. And inside be falling apart, be broke, be tired, be disgusted, be on it. Okay. But we here. Okay. So Conquer Confession. Last year inside my business, I was very confused. Right. I'm thinking I've hosted events, I do content, my people know me, I'm in the community, yada yada yada. And I found myself last year doing gig work like Amazon Flex to make ends meet. Conquer confession as a business owner. Have you done gig work behind the scenes? Have you done gig work openly? Have you done it and been embarrassed about it? This is my confession to you for today, friend. It feels so good because, baby, I was like, But the real, I mean, it's like you think that when you start like really getting momentum in your business, like you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm at the next level. At the time, I'm thinking, well, that means I can lean out more and my business should create more. I guess I was slow enough to think the business could kind of just scale with me leaning out. But what I had to realize was me getting that next level means I have to lean in even more than I was before. For real. And that's some real talk. So, can you relate about the idea of making money outside of your business and not being ashamed about it? Not being too scared to tell your audience about it, not feel bad about it. Or maybe you're like, absolutely, I do it. It's a part of why I'm creating freedom for myself. There are some people that will happily have a business, but for the most part, they Uber and DoorDash. And for them, that's creating a life of freedom to where they can pause the Uber app and go pick their kids up from school, get them together, take them over their cousin's house. And then after that, they DoorDash. And then after that, they go get on live and see if their business can pop. Hey, Allison, welcome in. So, my Conquer confession for the week was about me doing gig work last year. And I want to know if any entrepreneurs can relate to making money outside of your business, but like just owning it. Some people can like truly own it. Like, I admire that. They're like, absolutely, I DoorDash and I have a business. My business ain't making no money. I love that. I love the honesty. I love the absolutely I still work during the day, but I'm working on this business too and have been for some time. I love it. What do you think? Have you done gig work? Have you talked about your day job maybe less? Or are you very proud of the fact that you can do both? You can do it all. You can be a hustler. I love that. If you're rocking like that, I love it. Hey, Rashana. Allison says I was tutoring and doing. Was this AI job? Absolutely. Precious says it's been tight. Woo, trying to stay encouraged. Absolutely. That's why I said that's gonna be my confession because when I'm getting on live, y'all, I'm trying to really think about what is some stuff that I'm just honestly going through, not the Facebook version of me, but the regular everyday version of me. But I found myself again, instead of leaning into my business, I was leaning out for some reason. Because in my head, I'm thinking, well, they know who I am. Like, I'm hosting events. I've done all these things. Like, I've helped all these people. I got all these testimonials and I'm posting and doing the thing. But I was like, oh, no, boo, you got to crank it up even more. And I'm like, oh, okay. I thought as you get, into your business and it's, it just kind of, I don't know. I want to say running stuff. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe a girl was just out of it during that time. Rashana said, hey, what are we talking about? We're talking about being an entrepreneur and doing gig work. My confession is last year I was doing Amazon Flex. I was doing gig work outside of my business. And then y'all know I tried to get a job, but they fired me in 10 days. But here we are. I just had March was literally the best month that I've had in years. Mindset shift that I needed. Entrepreneurs who do gig work on the side, have you been ashamed? Are you proud? Do you talk about it? Sharnice says, I still do, but not openly. I used to work in the veterinary field for 13 years. I'm not embarrassed. I'm single with no children and trying to run a scale of business. And I'm the only one responsible for all my bills, along with trying to survive in this economy. I work a 9 to 5, gig work, which is the pet care, and work on my business. Now I'm going back to school. I'm going to use every skill set to survive. I feel that. I feel that. And if you agree, just tap the screen. Like if you hear me read somebody comment and you agree, tap the screen. Because I want to talk about this idea of entrepreneurship and gig work. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Why was I wearing shame on myself for that? Shoot, I should have been making content. Precious says, restaurant slow, party bus slow. I'm trying hard. Ups and downs. I'm promoting more brunches. Yes. Precious, I know you have a restaurant in Memphis. Do you ever cook or like give us recipes for content so that we want to come out? Is that something you thought about? Like I see your content talking about the business and stuff and what's going on with it. That is, it's challenging, I can imagine. But do you ever do like teach us how to make the perfect mac and cheese, the perfect salmon, the perfect this, the perfect that, just to like build an experience with your content and like pull us in? Because I find myself looking at your food so much and I'm like, dang, I wish he dropped a recipe to that. And it make me even more inclined to come try that. Yes, girl. I get it though. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, entrepreneurs and gig work. For those of you that have a business and Uber, for those of you that have a business in DoorDash, you have a business and drive for Amazon. You have a business and still work a day job too. Are you loud and proud? Or is that a confession that you have to make because you've covered it in shame? Oh, she said on my business page, I do sometimes. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna have to go look. Rashana says, I do it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. And whoever does shame someone for it, I hope you don't get judged with the same measurement. Single moms do what they got to do. And that's what I was doing and still do as a wife, regardless of a man. I love it. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Allison says, or maybe be on DoorDash apps as a business selection for food. Oh, Precious. I'm sure Precious is on DoorDash. Yeah. I mean, it's something worth talking about. I'm here for it. I just know that we'll say that, oh, well, I got to do what I got to do. but it'll still mess with you a little bit. Like, dang, like I'm doing that, but why this thing over here not clicking? Like, what's going on? And I got to a point where I said, okay, you know, this is paying you this much per hour. And when you do Conquer, if you really lean in, it pay you this much. So you're gonna have to decide. So it's a lot, but I'm here for it. But that was my Conquer confession. Was about gig work. So I just wanted to see what are y'all thoughts on that. Is that something you lean into loud and proud? There is honor in being a business owner, period, to me. Like, period. Because it takes so much work. It takes so much hard work. It truly does. So trying to make sure my live on Instagram not froze, girl, because it sure look like it. Let me check and see, girl. Rashonda says my business has thrived helping. Oh, my business has thrived leaving my 9 to 5. It definitely helped me. I mean, I agree. And the leaving the 9 to 5, that's a topic that we're gonna have to really talk about, and one that I want to talk about a lot, but not in a you should do this or should do this way. But I just want to hear what are y'all thoughts on leaving a 9 to 5 or getting gig work, taken away from the time of your business? Is it worth it? Is it truly worth it? But I'm here for the gig work. I truly am. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I was trying to figure out why I'm not live on Instagram, but I guess, child. Okay. Anyway, but yeah. Precious says DoorDash full of it. Got to get my prices hard. They hard. Reach. Speak no good English. Most workers. Shaking my head. Wow. Okay. Sharnice says, I'm afraid to fully step out on my business. Oh, he said Instagram is good. Oh my goodness. And I just stopped it. It was completely frozen on my side. Mm-mm-mm. It just said we're having trouble streaming on Instagram. If you ended it, then this is girl. Baby, we'll be here tomorrow. Hey, babe. Thank you, babe. My husband looking out for me. Trying to repair my relationship with Instagram and lean into it, but I'll be back tomorrow. Sharnice says, I'm afraid to fully step out of my business. I just want to be prepared when I do. Man, stepping out in your business, girl, we're going to have to talk about that on the show. We're going to talk about it on the show, friend. That is probably the number one thing that I hear when I'm doing consultations. That is the number one goal that I hear on consultations. Time after time after time after time after time again. I want to leave this job. I'm gonna talk to people at their jobs. I'm gonna talk to people at home. They be like, I want to leave my job. And I did it. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. It is a crazy thing to do. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's pros and cons to both. I'll say that. It is a true pro. The biggest pro is having someone that dependable every 2 weeks. But y'all know I was doing gig work and I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm thinking, well, maybe my business is a pipe dream or, well, I mean, I don't really think that, but it was just that fear was starting to creep up for me. And I was saying, well, maybe I should just go back to work. Like, this ain't working. So I went back to work. But I'm laughing because I just can't believe life transpired like that the last couple of months. But I noticed when I was getting up going to work, I wasn't up thinking about no content. And I love content. I had a million pieces of content. I wasn't up thinking about that. I was like, well, once I get there, let me do this. I got to train. Well, let me find out something to wear. Oh, let me make sure base straight. Oh, let me do this. Let me do that. Oh, okay. Then I realized, man, by the time I get up, go to work, come home, it's like 5 or 6 before my mind can even process the fact that I'm at home. And then I ain't ate nothing. I ain't did nothing. And then I got to turn around and work on my business too. Like, oh my God. Like, oh Lord Jesus. I didn't even do enough for the business the whole week. I got a job. I was only at the job for a week and a half. That whole week and a half, I ain't do nothing for Conquer. I was exhausted. At 5 or 6 o'clock, girl, I want to get some Chipotle and lay down. But I also know too that before I quit my job the first time, I was hustling. Like I was hungry. Like when I got off work, I make sure dinner straight, make sure hubby straight. He fall asleep. I used to get up at the dining room table. I'm working. I'm putting together ebooks. I'm trying to figure out what can I post, what can I go live about, what can I talk about. Like I was hungry. I would travel for work. I'd be up in a hotel room before I got to go to a meeting, like hustling. For real. Rashana says leaving a job ain't for the week. Hey, Drika. What's up, girl? We'll be here every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Okay. You can watch here on Facebook. We even on LinkedIn. Hey, professionals. Hey, corporate people. We on LinkedIn too. And we're on my favorite YouTube. So you can even pull me up on the TV, girl, and catch the show every weekday at 11 a.m. on the TV on the YouTube app. And we'll be on Instagram too. So, and again, I just want us to gather every weekday morning to talk about maybe some stuff we're conquering behind closed doors. Yeah. Sharnice said, and again, we're talking about gig work. We're talking about working a 9 to 5. Sharnice says, I did it before and the world shut down, but I went back to work in school. But working like this even isn't giving my business the attention it needs. Yeah. Yeah. And that is the upside to once I truly stepped out. I was like, oh crap. When I wake up in the morning, I can, just whatever. And that is unexplainable to do at 30 years old. But after you do that for a couple of days, and that Friday that your paycheck normally come hit, you be like, oh Lord. It really hit you. You be like, baby, I'm out here. I'm out here. Hey, Delilah. She said, hey, welcome in, y'all, baby. Come on in. Come on in, baby. Some ladies were here yesterday. Some ladies are tapping in today. Hey, Delilah, come on in. Delilah says, I work 9 to 5 and book gigs. I'm literally always on my phone working, baby, even at work, even on the clock. Don't play with Delilah. Baby, she'll clock in on your job and go clock in on her other job too. I feel that though. I'm not mad at the gig work. I'm not mad at the entrepreneurs that are out here doing hair and then Ubering for the rest of the evening. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at somebody like me that's a coach and while her kids at school, she door dashing. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Now let me tell you what I'm mad at. I'm mad if, let me make sure I don't want to say politically correct, but let me make sure I don't be on here being shady. I got my Conquer shades for when I get shady or somebody else trying to get shady. We just gonna put on our Conquer sunglasses. Okay, friend. I'm mad if, let me talk about myself. I'm mad because I allowed that. I'm not even mad. I'm grateful that it'll help me see how much work is truly necessary. Let me say that. And it is a blessing and a curse to see how much work is really required for what you want. You get the clarity, and then you be at home like, oh my God. You mean to tell me I got to email the people, to follow up with the people, reach out to the people, do the content for the people, and do this and try to find new people. And if somebody say, no, I can't get my feelings hurt. And I get you, like, if you realize all that, you be like, oh Lord, have mercy. Delilah said, yes, you really do the work solely as an entrepreneur. Absolutely. And I've had teams before, but baby, it's just me, and it's just been me for a long time. I just told you I was doing Amazon Flex last summer. It's just me, okay? I couldn't even hire myself. Knew I couldn't hire nobody else. She said, "How often are you live, baby? I got something to say, baby. Delilah, let me go order you a mic off Amazon too, friend. We'll be live every weekday at 11 a.m. I'm doing this for my own consistency, bro. I have to lean in on a new level. I'm not waiting on nobody to find me. I'm not waiting on nobody to discover me. I'm turning up for me. Delilah says you literally have to use your funding to support your dreams. It's so hard funding your company with no income. Now that's a bar. Because this is why I'm not mad at the gig work, and this is why I'm not mad. And I know it's easy for me to say because I already took the plunge, but I've been there. That's why I'm not mad at an entrepreneur that's still going to work every day. Cause bruh, you got flexibility in areas I don't have. When I'm sick for a week, that's it. Bruh, when my daddy died, and I couldn't do nothing, or when he was dying, and I was in Memphis for the week. I found that on Sunday. Whole week planned as a business owner. I get up Monday morning. I gotta drive to Memphis. Ain't no bereavement pay. Shout out to Ashley. She rescheduled my calls, and that was it. And I was a zombie for a week watching him die. No business and no income. And your customers don't care. I don't want to say people didn't have empathy. Obviously they did, but you literally like you on your own. And I have an amazing community. I got an amazing relationship, but at the end of the day, it's up to me. So come back, Delilah. Sharnese says when them accounts hit the negative and you got to negotiate with the bill companies, LOL. But I know better, so I can do better. Okay. Okay, girl, talk about it. Like that's real life. That's some real life stuff right there. It truly is. That's real life right there, honey. All right, ladies. So tomorrow we will be back for boss moves or hot mess. And tomorrow I want to know, what do you think about outgrowing your friends as you level up? That's what we're going to talk about on the show tomorrow. Again, ladies, I want to be here for you every weekday at 11 a.m. I know this is the stuff that I go through and that I be thinking about. So I said, well, let me start getting on live and make a show out of it. So it's fun and we can talk about these topics. So if you enjoyed today's show, just make sure you let me know. If you're interested in the Conquer Club, you can go to jointheconquerclub.com and put in your application. We are looking for new ladies to join us. This is where you can come and build your own community of people who want to come to your events, who want to follow you, who want to tune into your lives. Okay. This is the place to come and do it in this season. So go to jointheconquerclub.com, and the ladies are almost always in the chat. So you can meet the members there. But she said, how often do you go live? I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. noon for my East Coast girls. Okay. And we'll be doing this every weekday. So you can watch here on Facebook. You can watch on YouTube. Turn on the TV, girl, make a mimosa. Okay. We'll be on Instagram, and then we'll be on LinkedIn with the corporate folks too. Okay. So I will see y'all tomorrow, and y'all already know the vibes. When y'all wake up tomorrow, make sure y'all conquer something. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, ladies.